Yes, I. Yeah, man. Morning meditations, There are two roads to travel in this life, which is the rough road and the smooth road. The long, narrow road, set of rocks, busting your toe, and the smooth road. It's which road you're on. It's either years of darkness or you're of light, but light and darkness can't mesh. Birds of a feather flock together. And sheep, let's find sheep to rank with. So it's just like if someone's frequency is a bit higher, or someone's frequency is, or their destiny is bigger, they will always get problems around mediocre minds. They will never fit in. It's just like Joseph. Joseph thought that he was the same frequency as his brothers, but unfortunately, they cannot mesh. If he was of a mediocre or a normal mind, he would be able to link up or be with his brothers without a problem, because it's the same spirit, the same vibe now. But of him being of a higher power or a higher frequency, or his destiny is greater, he will always he faced neglect. He faced criticism, and that applies to to normal life as human beings, in relationships as well. If you and somebody, or you're of a higher vibration, you will never fit in with somebody. You could never fit in with that person. And that's how it is. And birds of a feather flock together. If people is of an evil frequency, if their spirits are evil, they will always mesh. They will always be, they will always connect. So if you're not connecting with some people, you have to cut them off. Or the universe itself will cut them off, because the frequency is not aligning. You can't align. Light is always light. Darkness is darkness. The two cannot collaborate. It might collaborate for a while. You might deal with somebody, but eventually the universe will cut ties, because it's two different roads. It's either you're on the broad road, and you're on the narrow road. It's either one, either or. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's just continue to walk in the light. Continue to be on the narrow road. Even though it might take a lot from you, you might go through a lot of loneliness, a lot of neglect, because there are people who not on your level. There's people who not, they don't have your spiritual, they don't have your spiritual essence. You're a chosen one. So your journey will be harder. It will be harder. It will be tougher now, because they don't have your spiritual essence. So being around certain people will always be a problem, because your vibe just higher, your vibration just higher. So you being around certain individuals, being around certain people will just cause you to be isolated, will just cause you to be you just can't blend with them. You can't connect with them at all. No matter how hard you try, because it's two different spirits, it's two different destinations, two different roads. You know, you will be on the narrow road, but you never know what road that next person on. So they will always have a untoward struggle. Will always have a struggle. Will always have a struggle there. It's the same thing with Christ. Enos and Caiaphas and them didn't like that man. They just didn't like him. For what reason? They don't like Christ. Them and all I even know why they don't like him. Spiritual. The spirit in them, which is of a different destination. Them don't like Christ, because Christ was a chosen one. Christ was chosen to come and share light to the world, to be the light. He is the way, the truth, and the light. So, by him being of that frequency, mediocre minds could have never dwell or blend with him. The Kia is like two different vibe, boy, two different vibration. So once you're Christ-like, the enemy, the people who got the spirit of the enemy within them, who have the spirit of darkness in them, will never like you. They will never rate you. They will always hate you. They will never put you in the highest esteem. They will always try to bring you down to make you look misunderstood. They will always misunderstand you. They will always discredit you. No matter what you do, you're doing great things, and they still belittling you. The things that you do, they discrediting it. You're doing great things and they have it in low esteem. You know, whereas somebody of their spirit or of their association will do less than you and receive more praises than you, because it's the same spirit. Birds of a feather flock together, and sheep just find sheep to rank with. So it's not about what you do. It's not about the talent that you have. It's the spirit that dwells within you. Real talk. The spirit that dwells in you. Right? So it's just like Joseph, as I said, you know. It's just like Joseph. Joseph was of a different spirit. So the universe had a way of getting him to his destination, to where he belonged, which was to be the second most powerful man in Egypt. He wasn't to be around his brothers. They were mediocre. And they didn't like him. And that is how it is. They will never like you, because you're not mediocre. You're chosen. You're special. You know, you're a light worker. You're a star seed. Once you're a star seed, they will never like you. You will always be hated, disrespected, isolated. You know, that is how it is. You know, so all the people and them, the chosen people, let's just look to God and let's praise Farai. You know, and let's just walk. You know, let's just walk on the narrow, long road, and let's look to God. Because that is only God we could look to. Only God we could look to. You know, sometimes the oak tree might ask. The oak tree might say, why it have nobody to cover me and I covering everybody else, boy? But it's the only person that we could look to. It's God himself. The little ferns and things below. You know, you're helping them, but there's nobody to help you. Sometimes when the pressure gets so tough, you know, for the oak tree and against the elements, the rain falling, the sun shining on the oak tree, you know, you just wonder, I wish somebody was mightier to cover me from the elements. But once you're chosen to be the great oak tree, you have to do what you have to do. to cover the rest and to, and to comfort the rest. But the only person could comfort you when you're looking for comfort is somebody mightier than you, which is God. All right, brethren, sisters, continue to be great. Continue staying prayed up. God is great all the time, man. All right, don't know. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noise and pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For He shall give His angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder, the young lion and the dragon shall thou trample under feet, because He has set His love upon me. Therefore will I deliver him. I'll set him on high, because he had known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I'll beat him in trouble. I'll deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him, and show him thy salvation. Selah. Amen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's just continue to walk in light and life. God is great. Selah.